Let's see what's down here. Finally, plenty of places to explore. We really need, like, some sort of weapon. Whoa, no. Oh, no. Where is it? Let's not wait around to find out. Oof. First place we can get in. Perfect. Let's see here. What have we got? Oh man, even more. Everybody has sardines and peaches and milk. That's kind of convenient. And a couple lockers.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Let's see, tender plug, excellent. Let's see here. Tool to force it open. I wonder what kind of tool we would need to do that. What have we got? Metal container. More matches, accelerant. I'm trying to figure out whether this would be an interesting game to have some sort of co-op mode. Since you're not, other than the wolves, there's not much that you're kind of fighting against to survive. So in a way, I really kind of like that it's a solo, you went down on the plane and it's just kind of you on your own. It's just kind of that feel works pretty well for what this is so far. Let's check out all these houses really quick. It's like the movie The Grey, which I haven't seen, but it just kind of makes me think, from what I've seen of the movie, this is that sort of thing. Kind of trapped by yourself out in the wilderness, fighting wolves, grabbing whatever we can to survive, searching everybody's plastic containers, which apparently has nothing. Oh, simple tools. We can probably use those to get back into that locker next door. Let's search here and then head back there. Something's locked. If my video game senses are even remotely correct, that usually means that there should hopefully be something valuable in there. I say then it's going to be completely empty. It's just going to spawn more wolves by going in and back out again, but can't hurt to check it regardless. So far we seem to be doing pretty well. I've only seen a few wolves, but only been attacked the one time and miraculously survived. Let's see here. Okay. What is inside? I can't use simple tools? Do I need to, equip them? Nope. Crafting and repair blast. Well, man. Okay. We'll have to keep searching. You need a tool to get in, and simple tools does not meet that requirement. Of course. Search these last couple houses really quick, and then maybe head out into the lake. So each of these are little fishing shacks. We don't have any good fishing stuff at all yet, but there might be maybe some tools or some fishing gear that we can snag from some of those as well. Be good to kind of get a first aid kit. Oh my gosh. Everything that I've used up before, essentially. Let's see here. Cardboard matches. So this is, the game is half Wolf Avoiding Simulator 2014, half Root Through Everybody's Stuff Simulator 2014. Let's see here. That's the last one. Nice bed. What do we got here? Salty
That'll
crab.
come in handy.
Will make you thirsty. Yeah, we don't really have any water either. Gotta see if we can track down some water at some point. Some jeans. I probably don't need all of this, all the clothes that I've been grabbing. How am I doing? 30, so we have half our stuff kind of filled up. Let's sort by clothing. How do our gloves compare? These are better. Equip those, drop those. Be nice to have a better, easier comparison with stuff, but get rid of the jeans, sweaters. You're probably the best. Drop the other sweaters. Shoes versus our basic boots. Oh man, shoes are much better. And drop the boots. Well, that didn't take long. Pretty well. Good to go on that. Okay, let's maybe head out into the water a little bit. My goodness. My goodness. Alright, let's see what we got here. Yeah, I like the kind of sandbox modes of things. I still haven't just played the game quite enough to really get a feel of what stuff I should be going for to try to, you know, if I want to do fishing or, you know, if I can be crafting various other things. It's really just been kind of a search through stuff and try to survive as long as I can, which, you know, is really kind of the sandbox mode of things. And since the game is still kind of in an alpha, they're still adding plenty of features, but, you know, at the same time, it's kind of cool to explore, check things out. I mean, as I said, it's definitely a gorgeous game so far, so I'm just happy to check out what is to be explored thus far. And I like being, especially something like way back, you know, in Alpha Minecraft is when I started that game. And so kind of getting to see how the game progresses and how much things change all along the way. It's always interesting to kind of keep an eye on games early on.
Looks like this has been here a while.
Wet dog food smells bad. Eating is better than starving. You know, I'm not above eating dog food. All kinds of newspaper. You know, the dog biscuits, those things are actually better than you might think. Probably terrible that I'm admitting this, but those things are actually not bad at all. Ah, there's water. Jackpot. More matches. I'm gonna get all this stuff, finally get on top of things, and then get murdered by wolves again. So we can start fires in some of these stoves. I don't have any fuel. I do have accelerant, kerosene, other stuff like that. I think we're doing pretty well. What's the... Feels like 25. That's not bad at all, comparatively. What time is it? 5 o'clock. So we're going to want to try to find a place to maybe spend the night eventually as well. We'll maybe search a couple more of these huts out here and just pray that the ice doesn't break. And then it almost looks like way out there might be some sort of house or something. We might check that out and see if that'll be a good place to spend the night. I'm kind of curious too. Let's see here. Harvest. We can harvest. Get cloth from stuff. That's good to know. I should have hung on to everything that I had. Forage wood. What do we need to that? Tool. Don't have any tools. 1 hour. So every... Let's forge some wood. It's gonna get it fairly later at night. Yeah, there's... Forge 2 tinder plugs. I didn't get any actual firewood. Well, blast. I probably wouldn't have done that if I knew that was going to happen. Alright, let's grab as much as we can and try to get to that house off in the distance if possible. Oh, fishing line. Another flare, thank goodness. Beef jerky? Excellent. Cloth, mittens. We're getting all kinds of good stuff. That looks like maybe line, fishing line. Anything else in here? Oop, there we go. Newspaper. I like to... Yeah, it's already starting to get a little bit colder. There's a house up there too, actually. Let's try to go for this further one, just so that we can at least search this along the way. Make it be a little bit closer to nighttime. So I always love games that kind of let you search through things. Dishonored is a great one to be able to, you know, you're searching through various drawers and stuff like that. And it's always interesting in something like this, you know, something like this, it's mostly the survival items, food, water, things like that. Something like Dishonored or Deus Ex, you know, it's always cool to see the various, you know, like letters or notes, the kind of story-based things that if you take the time to kind of, you know, spend a little bit more time exploring, you'll find some pretty cool stuff that'll flesh out some of the backstory a little bit more, you know, potentially give you hints as to, you know, places that you might find stuff within places that you're exploring. Yeah, I'm hoping that they'll add something like that into this game at some point. Hopefully this will be a good spot to spend the night. I mean, fortunately, yeah, I don't think we'll necessarily have to start a fire if we're going to be inside a place. Since we don't really have any firewood anyway, I might spend a couple more hours just trying to gather wood. I guess, see, I'm curious if the gathering wood depends on where you're at. I was out on the ice trying to gather wood. I wonder if it tried to, you know, since there wasn't much to get, tinder plugs would be about the extent of it, or if I absolutely do need a tool in order to get more of something. Hard to say. Alright. What time is it? 7 o'clock. Let's forge wood for 2 more hours. Our calories are going to be super low. We'll get back inside and... Oh, we are out. Oh, let's see here. Out of food. Let's eat something really quick. Eat a granola bar really quick. Oh man, yeah, our condition is in a bad way. Let's get inside.
I'm freezing.
Let's get inside and eat, drink, all that stuff. It's also dark as crap in here. I'm gonna preemptively apologize for if you all can't see anything. Hopefully y'all let me know if it's absolutely impossible to see anything, so I can... the problem is that I can't really change any of the brightness, but I can light matches, that sort of thing, which I'm gonna guess that I can't see any better than you all. Let's see here. Let's drink some pop. Not the best way to cure dehydration. There we go. Alright, let's search through some of this stuff. And maybe try to go ahead and spend the night. In fact, maybe we'll try to find a bed and then search all this during the day. I'm gonna guess the bed's upstairs. That way, we can all see a bit better. And I don't waste every single match trying to search the entire place. We'll sleep until maybe like... Here we go. Oh, it's... Oh, man. Let's eat a little bit more before we sleep. You know, 500 calories from dog food with can opener. Oh, yeah. Jack. You know, if you're starving, you will do whatever it takes. How about some peaches, too? Ah, that can opener. I'm so glad we got that. That was perfect. It's such an interesting thing having the specific number of calories instead of just like, you know, some sort of indicator bar or something like that, seeing, you know, how close you are to things. Let's see here, 10 hours should be good. I like to wake up fairly early if possible. Search this house, maybe see if we can find some more food. I'd like to get some sort of axe, really. And we've almost survived for a full day. An axe would be nice so we can get firewood, that sort of thing. Cargo pants, nice. What else we got? So I'm trying to decide whether it makes sense to, like, you know, pick a place to be kind of home base in a way, and then, oh, perfect. And then, you know, kind of go out, gather stuff, and continue to bring it back and, you know, store it in one central house. A candy bar and the medicine shelf. Apparently I live here. Or if, you know, I kind of like this nomadic style that I'm doing, just kind of going place to place, you know, sleep as needed. But that way we're not having to really store a ton of stuff. Let's see here. There's mittens versus what else do I have? Gloves. We'll drop those. Fleece sweater. Doesn't seem that hot. How about this sucker? That one's not that hot. Cargo pants. Hey, I'm just spending the entire game playing.
I could use this.
Eating peanut butter and playing dress up. I love it. I love it. Nothing. Newspaper. Yeah, I'll definitely be curious to kind of keep an eye on things and see where the game goes over time. It's interesting. I'd be curious to see some of the main animal threat is only really the wolves so far, which is quite a threat so far as we've seen. But if they'll add more stuff like bears, or even other survivors that might not necessarily be able to help you out, but it would just be so unnerving to find some half-crazed person trying to survive themselves. You know, certainly a threat in of itself, and it's always kind of an interesting... Oop, I already searched that. Always kind of interesting in survival games where others are trying to survive as well. The, you know, moral, ethical aspect of, do you take stuff from other people? Do you harm other people in order to survive yourself? This war of mine is definitely a great example of that. You know, I feel a lot better stealing from bandits and people that harm others themselves than I do people who are simply trying to survive. And it's just kind of, I try to help as many other people as I can along the way. But something like this, this would be a great one as well for that sort of thing. Come across others that might be trying to survive. Do you steal stuff from them? Do you try to help them out? You know, especially if they're kind of half crazed, half starved. You know, they might not be helpful. They might not be meaning to try to harm you back.
This has been here
but
a while.
what do you do in those situations? That's, you know, the game in of itself is fun enough, but I feel like video games are a great medium for challenging people and presenting some of those kinds of aspects that can certainly kind of impact others and potentially change how you view things. You know, you never really know what you're gonna do in that situation until it's presented to you, and then how do you act in that situation? What happens? That's kind of an interesting way to think about things. All right, this house actually worked out pretty well. We got a decent amount of food, a bunch of water. Still don't have any sort of axe or anything. And let's see. Let's go ahead and eat some food before we take off for the day. Let's see. How does beef jerky have a condition? Is that like the state of the packaging, or?
I need some water.
Peanut butter. Let's drink some water. I've got half a gallon of water. That's not terrible, but blow through that quick enough. Pork and beans. Do love me some pork and beans. Man, now I'm getting very hungry again. Might have to stop recording early on just so I can go eat something myself.